All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Monday, down. 185. Hey, come on. You're mine.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Wide, get wide. Rush in.
Wide.
From midfield, here's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Hey, 57.
55. I got it. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Gresham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Cut.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Good job, D.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 2. Yellow. Let's go, Lou, Eddie. Yellow.
58, right over there.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll run with Crowell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10.
Jam. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. I got you.
Mahomes now to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 30. On 3rd down, Crowell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, Raiders.
Down. 180.
44. Hey, let's get in that hole.
Express.
44 is the Mike. 44 is
Purdue.
There it goes. Watch twist.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, Crowell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On the run, it's Crowell. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Down.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
180.
Check 3. Jumper.
Who's playing Chief?
Now it's Crowell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Now here's Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Just like that.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Yellow.
Scene 6.
Let's get it.
Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Benson Mayowa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
59.
Attack.
Check, 59.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Yellow.
Mike Spark 9.
I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
65.
6-18. Get down.
Now Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Kill, kill, kill.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We got it, we got it, we got it.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Go, little lady!
Yeah, right there. Time to go, night, night. Hatchet, hatchet.
Take motion, 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 motion.
Now McCoy. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Crowell. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
Throwing his car on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Let's go, baby.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
12 yards there and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Mahomes now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
58 to Mike, 58.
Yellow. Hey.
Mahomes going to throw. Complete to Dorsett. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
15.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
I'll go line.
Bring it. Tight end left. You got 3.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Carr going to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. This is Crowell, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 41. They'll run it again with Crowell. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right here.
Crowell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Monday, down. 185.
Rip left. Shift.
734. Snap.
Carr now to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. A first down carry now for Crowell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. That's going to be caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Check, 59. Watch QB drop.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your time.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
You ready? Switch. Check. Lucky.
637. There we go.
To throw is Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
I'm coming after you. Kill.
Right Monday down.
Kill.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Darren Lee in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.